Built in 1860, this lavish mansion is unbelievable. $4.5 million back in 1860. It's really cool. It's called the Windsor Mansion. You don't want to miss this. Get off on exit 30, mile marker 30 on the Natchez Trace Parkway. Now, this beauty survived the Civil War, but a guest left a lit cigar on the porch and it burned down. Oh my gosh, what a tragedy. It's a great stop. Highly recommend you get off on the Windsor Loop and go around the outside of that, and you'll see some pretty cool stuff like this, and then jump back on the parkway. Another reason why you got to take this Windsor Loop drive is because of these amazing curvy roads. Isn't this beautiful?
Man, it's incredible.
Man.
Nice sweeping turns. The canopy is incredible. You're like in a tunnel.
And you gotta love it when my sign comes up.
So this is the Sunken Old Trace. Back in the early 1800s, this thing went 500 miles. Maybe not sunken the whole time, but 500 miles of hardship. If you got a broken leg or got sick, there's nothing they could do for you. Mosquitoes, heat, mugginess, bears, wildlife. They had all these hardships. If you had a bed, it was awesome, even if it was hard. Walk down this thing and just imagine all of the people that came before us and used this to build what is now.
Taking my sweet time, feels right. Living in the moment, yeah. 'Cause I know where I'm going. I'm taking my sweet time, each time. Sick and tired of seeing people always running in circles, chasing lies that never got them past the surface. What happened to our purpose? Taking my sweet time, feels right. Living in the moment, yeah. 'Cause I know where I'm going. I'm taking my sweet time, feels right. Living in the moment, yeah. 'Cause I know where I'm going. I'm taking my sweet time, each time.
Holy shit!
Sorry.
Trying to kill me?
You forget how quickly you can drop speed on a motorcycle when you're braking with the engine as opposed to...
Well, and that's just, there's this rear taillight company that actually puts a decelerometer in the taillight so that when you let off the gas, it actually flashes the black back taillight to let people know you're slowing down.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, why they don't put that on bikes already, I don't have a clue, because think about how many times you engine brake.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That would make sense to me.
Even if it was just a one blip, you know, just enough to say, hey, I'm slowing down.
Right. Hey, I'm slowing down. Rocky Springs. A little further up the trail, you guys, at mile marker 54.8, you want to definitely stop at Rocky Springs. This is an old abandoned town. Now, back in the 1790s, it was a thriving location. A lot of stuff going on. They had teachers, they had physicians, they had artisans, all kinds of activity going on in here. It was a huge place where they grew cotton. Unfortunately, between a big boll weevil outbreak, the Civil War, a yellow fever infestation of some sort.
So in the 1800s, the population was 2,600 people. Today, population, 0. And the reason for that is yellow fever and the boll weevils. Yellow fever got the population, boll weevils got the crops.
And at this point in time, I guess basically you're looking at what's remaining of the whole abandoned town, a church and its cemetery. Now the church, from what I'm told, still holds services one time a month for its members. It's got a really neat little quarter-mile walking trail that you can enjoy while you're here.
During the Civil War from 1861 to 1865, the North and the South experienced severe devastation. One man wrote, "My horses, mules, and slaves were carried off, my fences torn down, and my crops were destroyed." This is a portion of the southern part of the Natchez Trace. Up until the Civil War, this road led from Natchez to Jackson. Once they found a rocky spring here, they developed an entire town.
Following me?
Yep.
Did you see what that thing did?
Yep. Before you got down the hill?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, you about lost it right there.
I didn't though.
Nope, that left leg kept you up. I wouldn't have been able to hold it.
Crazy.
I'd have gone straight down. When I bought my first motorcycle, the Yamaha Radian, it's like 90. I brought it home. My dad goes, "That's awesome. Let me see it." He took it around the front yard, laid it down just like that. Dented my tank. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. It's okay, Dad. The dent fits my knee perfectly.
That's funny.
Perfect.
All right, who's ready for some wind therapy?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Woo-wee.
Could it be any thicker? Yeah, for the mud.
Ooh, slippy.
Oh yeah, that feels much better.
Oh, I forgot my glasses. Come on, Chris.
You guys make sure you have some sort of eye protection. I had my visor up and got nailed with a massive bug.
When was this?
I don't know, before our last stop. I was just hot, so I flipped the visor up, and it was too dim to put the sunglasses down.
I'm thinking this is all part of the town.
Yeah, it could have been, yeah.
Because it said 25 square miles. That would take us all the way back easily to the trace.
But they have, you can do horseback trips on part of the old trace. But did you say you saw a sign that said no horseback riding?
Yeah, we just passed it.
Might just be in this section. They don't want the horses pooping on the roads or something.
No shit.
That was fun getting into this, the back way.
Yes, it was.
I feel like I was cheating, cutting school. I remember when we were coming southbound right here, the speed limit drops to like 40, 35, I don't know what it is.
83 degrees, 89% humidity.
I would have expected it to drop more by now, but I guess it is still pretty early. It's not even 5 yet, really, by local times. Y'all, I have to say, we make a heck of a team. I really get a kick out of everybody's creativity with Steve's helicopter move at the Tuskegee Airport, and Jason's I'm gonna jump out from behind the trees down the Sunken Trace, and my little we'll walk and then cut to a ride.
that's a good one. I like that one a lot.
It's just kind of fun to see what everybody's coming up with. I love it.
Jason, I wish you'd had a Sasquatch outfit.
It's pretty scary.
I wish I had a skin cap and a Bowie knife.
Oh, yeah, yeah. David Bowie. Or Daniel Boone, excuse me.
Appears you didn't overlook a thing.
Looking for something new. Not sure what, hope to find it soon. Not trying to complain, but I could use a change. I've risked it all, I played it safe, and it don't matter, the outcome stays the same. Nothing lost, nothing gained, I could just use a change. A little up, a little down, a little lost, a little found, a little home, a little down. And I may be wrong, but I wanna believe the change is somewhere in between. Drunk at a bar, or singing in church, I've walked away from both, feeling worse, disappointed and ashamed. Man, I could use a change. And every day, there's someone new who's trying to sell me their version of truth. And I don't buy a word they say, but I could use a change. A little up, a little down, a little lost, a little found, a little hope, a little doubt. And I may be wrong, but I want to believe the change is somewhere in between.
I think that I shall never see a thing as ugly as a knee whose wrinkled and gnarled up skin keeps bending over and over again.
Hey, so we left Rocky Springs and rode up here. We're about mile marker 122 right now at the swamp, and the road in between Rocky Springs and here was amazing. And while this is not an uncommon scene for us in South Carolina, it would really be worth your while to pull over and take a little walk, because this kind of swamp is neat.
It's the Cypress Tupelo swamp.
Thank you.
Mile 122.
122.
Do you know what the difference is between a cypress and a Tupelo tree?
I don't.
I know they both have knees, and I believe that the Tupelo are taller and skinnier. The cypress are thicker, and their bark has more of a mottled kind of look. The cypress trees have a little more stripy kind of bark. But y'all can correct us if we are wrong about that. So leave a comment below. Tell us if that is incorrect. I know that both trees do have knees. Do you know why cypress trees have knees?
So they can bend.
There are two schools of thought around the knees, as you can see on the cypress trees, what grows around them. One is that, of course, these plants need oxygen, and they grow in the swamp, and one of the ways that they get that oxygen, some say, is because those knees stick up above the water level. And then, of course, the other school of thought is that they're for stability. Since they are growing in a swamp that's not very secure ground, then it helps to hold the trunks up. Really cool place, and I'm a nature lover, so I'm going to love this.
Okay, Steve, now that you've done your stand-up out there, would you please walk out there and get me some B-roll?
There's not a chance that I'm going out there, because can you see the size of those fire ant mounds out there?